You are in seat 27A. The little map on the seatback screen glows. Your flight from New York to Tokyo is drawn as a great arc, bending far to the north, sweeping over Alaska and the frozen edge of the Arctic. It looks wrong. Tokyo sits to the west and slightly south, so why does the plane climb toward the pole instead of pointing straight at the city? Every passenger has felt this. The route looks longer, it looks like a detour, it feels like the pilot took a wrong turn somewhere over Canada. But the airplane is not lost. It is doing something precise. That curved line is, in truth, the shortest real path across the planet. The confusion comes from a collision between two shapes. The Earth is a sphere, the map on your screen is flat. When you flatten a globe, something has to give, and what gives is your intuition. A straight line drawn on a flat map is almost never the straight line across a round world. The pilot is not adding distance, the map is hiding it. And distance is only the beginning. Because the sky itself is not empty or still. It has rivers of wind, walls of storm, invisible highways, and a quiet rule that keeps a runway always within reach. The airplane obeys all of them at once, quietly, thousands of feet up. To see why the curved line is the honest one, we have to start with the single fact that bends every route on Earth: the shape of the ground beneath the wheels. The strangest part is still coming. Take a globe. Stretch a string between New York and Tokyo, pulled tight against the surface. The string does not run flat across the middle. It rides up and over the top of the world. That top line is a great circle, the shortest distance between 2 points on a sphere. Any great circle divides the Earth into 2 equal halves. The equator is 1. So is every line of longitude. Every efficient long flight follows a slice of 1. On a globe, this is obvious. On a flat map, it looks insane. The map on your screen is usually a Mercator projection, drawn by the Flemish cartographer Gerardus Mercator in 1569. He built it for sailors. It keeps compass directions true, which is priceless at sea, but it pays for that by stretching the far north and far south. On Mercator, Greenland looks as large as Africa. Africa is 14 times bigger. That same stretching is what curves your flight path. Near the poles, the map exaggerates space, so the shortest real route gets bent into an arc that climbs toward the top of the frame. The plane is flying straight. In the only sense that matters on a ball, the map is the thing that lies. This is why a New York to Tokyo flight crosses Alaska, and why London to Los Angeles drifts over Greenland and northern Canada. The Great Circle sends them poleward. But the ground is only the stage. The air above it moves at nearly the speed of a hurricane, and pilots have learned to ride it. That current has a name. Around 9 to 12 kilometers up, where airliners cruise, the air is not calm. It runs in narrow bands that circle the planet from west to east. These are jet streams, fast, high-altitude wind currents born where cold polar air meets warmer air from the tropics. The sharper that temperature clash, the harder the wind blows. A jet stream can exceed 200 kilometers per hour. In winter, gusts inside its core have topped 400. It is a river of moving air, thousands of kilometers long, and an airplane can climb into it like a boat catching a current. Fly east, ride the stream, and it pushes you home. This is why a flight from Los Angeles to London can land nearly an hour early, while the same trip westbound takes longer and burns more fuel. In 2020, a Boeing 747 rode an unusually strong jet stream across the Atlantic and hit a ground speed above 300 kilometers per hour, reaching Britain ahead of schedule. So a pilot does not fly a great circle blindly. Sometimes the fastest route bends south to catch the tailwind or dodges north to escape a headwind. The airline's flight planners run the numbers every day because the wind map changes every day. The curved line you see is now curving for 2 reasons: the shape of the Earth and the shape of the wind. But even the perfect wind route is not the whole story. Somewhere ahead, a wall of cloud is building to 15 kilometers, and no pilot flies through it. What they do instead is the next piece. Here is what most people get wrong. They imagine the sky as open space, where a plane can point anywhere and go. It cannot. The air is organized, and it is cautious. First, the storms. A large thunderstorm can tower to 15 kilometers, packed with hail, lightning, and violent updrafts. Pilots use onboard weather radar to see them and steer around them, sometimes by 100 kilometers. The route bends, not for beauty, but to keep the ride smooth and the aircraft intact. Second, the corridors. The sky is laced with airways, invisible highways with names like Nat tracks over the Atlantic, redrawn every day to match the jet stream. Aircraft fly assigned altitudes and waypoints, kept apart by air traffic control. You cannot simply cut across. You follow the lane. Third, and most surprising, the lifeline. Most long flights use two engines, and two-engine aircraft obey a rule called ETOPS, Extended Range Twin-Engine Operational Performance Standards. It sets how far a plane may ever be from a diversion airport, measured in flying time on a single engine. A common limit is 180 minutes. 3 hours from land, at most. This is why some transatlantic and transpacific routes arc past Iceland, Greenland, or the Aleutian Islands. The plane is quietly staying inside a circle of safety, always within reach of a runway. So the curved line is now bending for the earth, the wind, the weather, the traffic lanes, and a hidden guarantee that help is never too far. One idea ties all of it together, and it changed how every route on Earth is drawn. Here is the idea that changed everything. A route is not a picture, it is a calculation. Before computers, planners drew tracks by hand and flew fixed lanes. Today, every major airline runs flight planning software that weighs it all at once. The Great Circle Distance, the day's jet stream, the storms, the airways, the ETOPS circles, the price of fuel. Out of millions of possible paths, it chooses one. Often it is not the straightest on the map. It is the cheapest in time, fuel, and risk. So the next time you glance at the seatback screen and see your plane arcing north over the ice, remember what you are actually looking at, not a detour, a decision. That curve is the Earth reminding you it is round. It is the jet stream offering a push. It is a storm being given room. It is a promise that a runway is always within 3 hours. Every bend in the line is a reason, stacked on another reason, solved in an instant. The straight line was always the illusion. Flat maps taught us to expect it, and the round planet quietly ignored us. A pilot flying from New York to Tokyo is not lost over Alaska. They are riding the shortest real path across a spinning globe, tilting into the wind, staying near safe ground, threading the lanes of the sky. The map flattens the world. The flight respects it. And that is the quiet truth behind every curved route you will ever fly. The longest looking line is almost always the fastest, safest, smartest way home.